Dr. Paul Enenches did not just arrive where he is by himself. Somebody like Abel Damina played major role.
Welcome, family. Dr. Paul Enenches, ex-pastor who worked under him for over 10 years. In this interview said Dr. Abel Damina played major role in his growth. That Dr. Abel Damina played major role in his growth before he decided to work with the big guns in the business, in the game, like because of the business aspect and all that. And in this same video, he said, when they asked him, does Dr. Paul Enenches arrange miracles? He said he had not seen anything like miracle. That Dora Quinley, the NAFDAC chairwoman or chairman that year, that when she was sick, that Dr. Paul Enenches prayed for her, but now she's late. That if there is real miracle, why is it that let's take him to the hospital, let him go and pray for the sick people? So I'm talking too much. Let's watch this video and I'll be right back. Watch.
Dr. Paul Enenches did not just arrive where he is by himself. Somebody like Abel Damina played major role. Somebody like there's another bishop, Bishop Asare, Wale Oke. This man played major role
in his life.
Major, when I mean major role, major. When there was no picture of whatever, they were there. But at one point, he had to begin to redefine himself, to join a bigger league, so-called. Now, for me, because I don't really have any regard for most of this league, but he had to join such league to belong to that cartel. And if you watch, that is what is happening. You have to belong to that cartel.
So there is a church cartel. There is a religious Christian cartel.
A major Christian cartel. Major. When I mean major, you dare not. What we say, some of us that are talking, we know we are confronting them. We know. It's a major.
Do you fear for your life?
How do I fear? I don't fear. I know it's risky. Like living for this interview, my wife was scared. I know it's risky. Yesterday I was doing a live on my Facebook. People were advising me, be careful. I know. But the truth is that if we keep quiet, impunity will continue. We need a sane society. The society is hijacked by charlatans and bigots that are destroying humanity, and it is time for us to speak.
When on the comment section, you see people saying it's because he has cursed you and you're now broke. That's why you're saying. Do you think that any of this hold water?
No water. Let me tell you. At least you're looking at me. Do I look like someone that curse?
No.
I love my life the way I am. I have 4 cardinal drivers, like things that drives me. My greatest asset is human being. Humanity is my greatest asset, not money. Just the way people value properties, I value human being. And I used to tell people that I have no right to criticize anything I have no superior argument for. So if I said this thing is bad, what I'm replacing it with is better. And what governs me is my conscience. And my process must be consistent with my destination. So if I said it is humanity, anything I'm doing is towards humanity. So for me, all this material acquisition do not move me. I am comfortable, even though if I have opportunity, I would have a better comfort, but I am contented with this phase. I'm okay.
I'm waiting for the next phase of
beautiful, waiting for the next phase. So nobody calls anybody.
Okay, so in this journey, you were close to him. You worked close to him for like how many years?
10 years.
So is a full decade is enough to see transformation. At what point would you say that he got corrupted?
There was no time. There was no corruption, if I could use that word, because it's just what I saw from outside was different from what I encountered. Because I saw the slogan was that talking about the restoration of human destiny and dignity. So, and I from my little beginning, I love humanity. So when I saw restoration of human destiny and dignity, it was similar with my cause. So I felt, okay, we can align. But when I came, human being weren't really valued. So for me, when I stepped in I was already struggling to step out, but I was already deep inside. So to go was
It
difficult.
was difficult for
Because
you.
I had a family, and my ex-wife, I'm divorced now, my ex-wife was deep down, women are very emotional, was deep down in it. So every day I struggled to pull out. There's this threat.
We were still going deeper
I
and
had to go
deeper.
deeper. I had to go deeper because let me give you a scenario. There was a day we had workers meeting, and he was talking about church growth in terms of attendance, and we had everybody seated, and he gave room for people to contribute. And while he was running off, he said, "Any contribution?" This woman stood up and said, "Sir, most times when you give time, for instance, you have first service, second service, third service, fourth service, and all that. When you give time, please, could you keep to your time? And for instance, if you said, I'll be running off in the next 5 minutes, please, can your 5 minutes be 5 minutes?" Before that woman will drop a statement, he shut her down. And if you see are you okay? Is it because I gave you opportunity to talk that you are talking? What do you think? I said, if you are not...
He literally belittled her.
Oh my gosh. See, a safe ground should open for you to enter. I doubt if that woman recovered till now. Because some of these things, especially when you hold somebody in high esteem and he's talking to you like that, you never deserve it. If not, because it's church and it's open for all. It's Church of Jesus.
But he was the one that called for the feedback.
The feedback he wants is gossip, not really feedback. Dr. Paul Enenches doesn't want feedback. All he wants is gossip. He doesn't keep people that correct him around him. He only keep people that sing his praise. Oh, Daddy, you are doing well. For instance, after a service, say, how do you see it, guys? Because after each service, we pastors that sit on the altar goes with him. So when we are behind the scene, how do you see the service? All of us will say, powerful, powerful. The power of God move. You can't say it's not power. Oh, who born you? So he surrounds himself with people that do not advise him otherwise. You have to just keep celebrating.
So since you were seeing all those things going wrong,
Yeah.
and you were very close to him, close to like his bedroom cabinet,
Yes.
and he would kind of listen to you because you bring value to the table.
Yes.
Did you try to, as polite as possible, try to communicate with him about the way things were going and some of the things that you think he would have done better?
You see, the problem with Doctor is that he's not correctable.
Is it corrigible?
You can't correct him. Incorrectable. He's almighty. The only thing you can do for him is to praise him. He places himself in the place of God. I'm not joking like if there is God. I don't believe there is God. But that is how he places himself. So whenever I'm talking to him, I don't talk from advisory point of view. I just commend him. Because you can't win him. So, for instance, I remember one time I wanted to get him an iPod. And for me, I bargained the iPod. It was about 55,000. And I bargained because I know him. And I went to tell him, I said, Daddy, the iPod we have to change for you because he misplaced his iPod. Is 55,000. He said, are you sure? I felt disappointed.
Because you put out your neck to bargain that stuff.
My neck. He said, are you sure? I felt so. Will I eat your money? Is it from the 55,000 now that I'll eat your money? So I didn't say that to him,
Yeah,
but in
sure.
my mind. So such person, let me say something. Allegedly now, because this one is not my experience. His personal accountant. One time, because anytime they give offering, and this is laughable though, his personal accountant, allegedly, his personal accountant normally go to remit his money because in the offering, if they put daddy, he separate the daddy offering to him. And this man took the money to him. He told me, the personal accountant told me, I know his name, if you will be bold enough to but allegedly, so that because it's not my personal experience. So when he went to his office to remit the money, he put hand in his suit and gave him all the money. I say, well, doctor look at me and say, well, in order I don't believe you, but can I search your pocket? I am not joking. He told me. It's not like somebody can I search? I trust you, but can I search you? So when you have,
I trust you, but can I search you? There is no trust.
You cannot. I am not saying this for sympathy. I'm just being honest to subject things that happen, and we just celebrate.
So during that process, what was it like for you psychologically?
Psychologically, it was war, because you can't have the mind of your own. I know I shared this in one of the podcasts, but I remember my major problem was when I tried to have the mind of my own. I noticed that everybody have to be zombie. And in our pastor's WhatsApp, then election between ex-president Goodluck Jonathan and ex-president Buhari was coming, and analyzing the scenarios. I don't do politics. I don't believe in politics even till today. But when I analyze the scenario, as a logical person, you analyze things. You know that Goodluck cannot win. Because based on this, then insecurity was there, Boko Haram and all of that. So I analyzed in our
And the Northerners wanted him out by all means.
Out by all means.
And they have the greater number.
Great, thank you. So, and Goodluck Jonathan was going around churches. Instead of him to push his campaign,
beyond the church.
The Almajiri school was good, but it was not good enough to touch the elite, because the elite hold the water. So when I was analyzing it, I said it may not be possible for Goodluck Jonathan to win based on this analysis. That was in our WhatsApp group. But the pastors, they don't really have a say. So we are arguing it is Goodluck. I said it is not Goodluck. But when we were having our pastors meeting, and Dr. Paul was talking about having a blog where church information, miracles, and all that in quote, will be disseminated. He said, he mentioned Pastor Pennell, he mentioned his PA, and he said, Abraham, you'll be chief strategist. And all the pastors said, no, Abraham does not support what you are doing. Abraham does not even believe in what you are doing. Abraham believes in Buhari. Whoa. That was the first time I got the shock of my life. Like
adults cannot differentiate between analysis and belief.
They said Abraham support Buhari, that Abraham, because then they knew that I was very close to him. So they needed something that
to tarnish your image.
To tarnish my image. And painfully, they printed everything in colored, yes.
The conversations on social media.
On social media. So while I was trying to say, sir, no, I can explain, because then it was like he was shocked. What? Because he was very close to us, Goodluck then. So he was shocked, and he was looking at me. I was going to the wife to explain myself. I was going to him. I was running up and down, and they brought out the whole thing. I was like, whoa.
Like you died.
I died. As if branch opened, as if just miss. So I said, sir, let me explain. He said, no way. That was when our problem started. He saw me like a threat. And just because I had a mind of my own. So
you had an opinion politically.
Yes. So
which is not even religiously.
Not religious related. When it comes to work and competence, I was perfect. But for you to have opinion of your own.
That is different from his.
If Dr. Paul wants white, you can't want black. Who born you must want the same color. You don't have the mind of your own. No opinion. Anything you want. It's a ministry, it's military. So if he said, go. If you say come, the question is how far do you want me to come? Or if you said where are you, where do you want me to be? It is all about obeying the last command. You don't have the mind of your own.
Damn. So talking about miracles, you talked about miracle being in the blog.
Where is water? Let me drink water. Because this one is another hot talk.
Okay.
Thank you.
The miracles that happen in the churches today, a lot of people have pointed out how these miracles come to be. A majority of them happens to be RNG. They are not real miracles.
Yeah, no.
Does Dr. Paul Enenches engage in arranged miracles?
Well, this is how I'm going to answer it. I have not, and I'm being honest, not even particularly to him, with great respect to him, I have not seen miracle there. I have not. Now, let me give you an instance. When I was pastoring a location, a lady had SS, and she, because of that, her bone, this bone here, was affecting her, so she was using a walking stick. When we hosted him, this lady, while prayers were going on, this lady came and ran out. Oh, SS turned to AS, and we all celebrated. Now, it was late.
Sorry, how did she determine that the AS are turned to AS immediately?
That is how it works. The atmosphere is charged, and maybe to her, based on she couldn't do what she was doing before. So to her, it has changed. So she ran out and say, hey, she was even walking with a stick. So we all took the stick up and everybody jubilating. Everybody everywhere went wild. Now the following, when the next Sunday, I saw her with the same stick. Return back to status quo. But in the eyes of that camera,
The camera has sent it out already.
Now let me tell you, and I used to talk. What I'm saying is subjective. If miracle happen, we have hospital.
It should be verified.
We can take people there. We can we take him to the hospital. I remember late Dora, the great NAFDAC woman with great Akunyele, yeah, with profound respect to her. I remember when she was sick, I was a pastor Dr. Paul called to give her ministry materials. He prayed for her. I was there. I was there when she came. So if miracle happened, she's late today. So these are practical with people with valid address. And presently, one of his pastors, I think the pioneer pastor of Dunamis Church Ibadan, the man is almost blind right now, almost blind. He can't see well, almost blind. I remember writing an open letter to Dr. Paul, appealing to him to send this young man abroad. Almost blind, he's there. So these are people with address. So if miracle happens,
Oh, you appealed for him to be sent abroad?
Yes.
Whilst Dr. Paul is busy.
Welcome back. He shared his experience, though right now he's in the prison. He has not been released. Same person is talking about arrested him and is in the prison right now that I'm talking to you. This video, he has done it before. He was arrested and all that. So you've heard a lot that he said about him. He doesn't forgive. You can't advise him. You can't encourage. The only thing you do is obey his command. You can't go against whatever he loves. That's what you should love. Whatever he wants, that's what you want. You can't have your personal opinion. You can't have your own mind. He said, what makes what really happened between him and Dr. Paul Enenches was a little not even a religious issue, was just politics issue, and that was what caused the fallout. That is not he just analyzed the Goodluck Jonathan that with this he might not win. Then he had other opinion which he believes that, and that's all. And that's all. It fell out, and he said you have watched. And yeah, make up what you think. Drop it in the comment section. Next interact. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share. God bless.